Today we're checking out Radiance V2. We got a slight update, so we're going to check it out again. So this is kind of Radiance revisited. Last time we followed the instructions. Instructions a little outdated, kind of copied and pasted from the old school label. I'm going to show you how I use it today and how I think this soap can be very successful. We're going to team it up with the Crystal Wash. This is kind of the P&S version of I used the 3 pH system the other day from Labo Cosmetica. Today we're going to use Crystal Wash. This is a snow foam I'm testing. These companies send me snow foams to test. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to try it here in the Bear Force. You tell me what you think of it as we see its performance in this video. This is also, we're giving the Bear Force another run because what we did was we fixed the janky thing. This does twist. It's very stiff, but once you get it where you want it, it shouldn't move. So that's kind of a plus. Let's open that up a little bit before we get going here. The tube cut off like an inch and a half, and now it'll actually float around the bottom where it wouldn't at first because it was too long. So that'll help it out some. And then we did put in the 1.1 millimeter orifice. So we're gonna give this cannon, this should be like its final form. So we're gonna give it another run. It should perform a whole lot better. So I'm hoping so, hoping it's a big win. Also, a lot going on in this video. This car, this Audi A7 is coated with Blue Collar 1. So it's an update. See what Blue Collar 1 looks like about 4 months down the road. I don't know the exact dates. I'll pop them up here when I go through my Instagram and check it out. But yeah, so we'll check on Blue Collar 1, give it a wash, decon with Crystal Wash, foam it down with Radiance, and so it should restore some properties, all that good stuff, make it super slick. So let's jump right into it. First up, Crystal Wash. We apply dry. So we won't check on, windy today. There we go. All right, got it going now. So we won't check on the water behavior until after we let the Crystal Wash set up, foam it down, and remove as much contamination from the surface right off the bat. Especially down here, I was washing the wheels and it definitely needs some unclogging down here. The Crystal Wash should clean these lower panels up real nice. We are going to pull out some Super APC as well for the bugs in the front, because this is a pH neutral snow foam, so it won't have much on the cleaning side of things, but over the Crystal Wash it should do a great job, especially paired up with some Super APC. Crystal Wash is set up for the most part. So let's take it to Bear Force Town. So there you go, about 500 milliliters the Bear Force blows through on getting around one Audi A7. Not the most conservative foam cannon. It still has that weird sputter problem. So even with the 1.1, we're still not getting crazy foam like a MJJC produces. And it's still blowing through the soap pretty fast. So there you go, even with the updates, I still think it still has that little slight jank to it. Eddie said just send this one back. I'm gonna just call it good. Our soap doing a really good dwell time. So let's give it a rinse off and then we can test out this Radiance. All right, let's give it the rinse off and see what this BC1 looks like. So we're definitely looking pretty clogged up, especially here on the lower panels for sure. Probably have to hit them with a water spot remover. But let's wash them with Radiance first, see if Radiance can clean it up and revive BC1 for us. So we pulled out the MTM foam cannon for this test. We got 500 milliliters in here. And what we're gonna do, instead of using all these ounces in the bucket and then more in the foam cannon, what we're gonna do is just use 100 milliliters, so 3 ounces in our foam cannon, which I think should give us plenty of polymer power. Oops, spilled some. Get that in there. So we got it mixed in our foam cannon. That's 3 ounces. That's all we're gonna use for the whole wash, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our foam cannon and we're just gonna inject those polymers directly into that bucket. So now let's check it out, the foam capabilities of this slightly enhanced version of Radiance Coating Maintenance Soap. So there you go, still not super thick, foam cannon suds, but this was never meant to be a foam cannon soap, but it's still looking pretty good. BC1 on the glass, definitely still doing a good job of even repelling the soap. So the thought process of just putting Radiance in the foam cannon is we have all these active polymers now on the paint, sitting there, dwelling, doing its thing. We shouldn't need as many in our bucket. That's at least just my theory behind this soap, to make it a lot more cost efficient and actually be able to use it as a coating maintenance soap. Radiance is still super slick, real nice under that mitt. All right, let's rinse off Radiance, see what we got going on. The sides are still looking rough. We got a little DIY water spot remover. I don't think I'll let Crystal Wash set around long enough. Gonna let it do its thing. See if that can bring it back some. Definitely better. We're getting there. Had to give it a little heavier dedicated water spot treatment, which is a stronger acidic product, and we definitely got it back in good shape. But we got it looking pretty good now. So now we got to dry it off, and then we'll wrap this video up. Surface is still super slick from the Radiance wash, even though we did have to come over it with the water spot remover. Still feels real nice. It's a really nice drying aid soap. Look at that, look at that. If you want to know where I got this big Grimace towel from, it's from Alchemist Car Care. Really nice towel, very absorbent. I'm waiting a little bit till he gets his website fully operational before we check out his full line, but we'll definitely be checking out Alchemist the next coming weeks or so. So there you go, folks, Radiance revisited. You can see it shined up, slicked up. The A7 real nice. It's looking real good. The polymers in Radiance are short lasting. That's why I call it a drying aid soap. Really helps you with drying the vehicle, slicks up that surface real nice, and provides some gloss. Now, this coating did need a little extra help when it came to declogging it. Had to get some bugs off the front with Super APC. Had to pull out the dedicated water spot removal to really break down those, the minerals on the sides of the panels. They were all clogged up. Had some nasty stuff clogging it up. But there you go, blue collar one, it's hanging in there. We got it back to looking pretty darn good. Every coat and maintenance is different. You never know what you're gonna need. Always have everything available to you. So sometimes Crystal Wash ain't gonna get the job quite done, but it's definitely a head start. Radiance, great bucket soap. 3 ounces in the foam can, and I think that's all you really need. Slicked up our wash mitt, did some good cleaning, got our car slick and shiny. Can't ask for more than that. And there you go, that's pretty much gonna wrap up this video. Oh yeah, can't forget about the Bear Force. We put the 1.1 millimeter orifice in it, we straightened it up, cut the tube. It's still pretty much performed the same. So there you go, Bear Force Jank City. Like Eddie said, probably got a bad one, so quality is, you know, questionable. That's all I got in this one, Radiance V2. Go check it out. Jamie 10 for PNS, Jamie 10 for Ethos, Jamie 10 for DIY. So there you go, go check it out. No code for blue collar. That's all I got for this one. After pulling the A7 into the studio under some inspection and good lighting, you can definitely see it's been through the swirl factory a couple times clearly, so the side's definitely taking a beating from mechanical abrasion, but that's why proper maintenance is key.